Hi, I'm Will Brubaker, and I'm going to be pitching our app, RoomMeet. I'm here with,
Brandon Redcar.
And Gabriel Floco.
and our app roommate being finding your roommate. Our elevator pitch starts with for those roommates who find themselves having an issue communicating with themselves, RoomMeet is an application that will allow you to show that you have completed your tasks and earn points as you do them. Unlike the company Split, who just allows you to pay bills, RoomMeet allows you to pay your bills and split them among your roommates, but also complete other household daily tasks.
For the demographics, we're targeting a younger audience who are looking for people to room with. It can be used for universities. It can also be used for anyone with roommates in general.
As you can see, our two options of possible users for this app would be Jennifer and Samuel. Jennifer would be a graduate student who'd be leaving the college environment as of downloading this app, and she'd be somebody that would be trying to move into a larger city environment to live with possible people she doesn't know, and she'd be using this app to meet up with some people, communicate with them, and also possibly get their tasks managed before she even moves in with them. There's also Samuel, who'd be living in one of the possible 10-person college pods that a lot of colleges offer, and needs a way to keep track of all of the things that the pod like that with that many people would need to get done. As you can see with our flowchart, you would start out by filling out your profile and your roommates and who you'd be living with. It would then direct you to the home screen, which would give you four main possible options, being the profile, leaderboard, ranking, which would have ranking, and then you'd have tasks, which would have daily tasks and paying bills, and then the chat feature, which have group chats to chat with all of your roommates all at once, or just one-on-one with other roommates that you're living with.
We wanted to show how we compete with other applications. As you can see, we're in the middle of bill paying and task management, and we're up here because we offer roommate chats. You can see we have roommate chats, we have bill paying, and we also have daily task completion. Ours is more towards the right due to task completion, while other competitors don't include that.
With our icon ideations, we went through two different changes throughout it. Our original icon concept went more with a graphic style and with thick outlines and more of a black and white background, where our current icon design goes with more of a simplistic approach and also has the title of our app on it as well.
It also includes the person in the R and the house design in the M to combine those together and create a more cohesive feature.
With our icon ideations, we felt that the colors going into it for our icon design needed to be distinct and also be colors that aren't really seen in apps as often. So our previous icon concepts had the R staying completely black for all three colors of our options, which were purple, orange, and green, and green. But the problem was that the R is kind of visually hard to see, so that's why we stuck with a plain white, as it looks more clean and more professional. Here we have what it would look like size-wise. We have the smallest size, the medium size, and the large size, and what it would look like and what the icon would look like on the phone itself, along with other apps that you would have on your phone.
As you can see with our UI sketch ideation, we started out by looking at the chats, tasks, and then even how the features of the tasks would be done. Our ideations did not change a whole lot from our sketches to our final screens, but they changed enough, and you can see even our first icon ideation up at the top with just the little house on top of the T, but we ended up scrapping that almost immediately and changed it for the one that we have now. But stuff like the sign-in page and the tasks page look pretty similar to what we have today. The home screen does look a little different, as you'll see in the next thing, the one on the very right besides the sign-up screen. And then the tasks screen, like the ones on the bill with the auto pay, that one actually got split into two different screens, as you'll see in a couple of minutes here. So now we're going to the final screens, where we start with the one on the login screen being the RoomMeet member login, where you would put in any information that you have signed up for. So you either would sign up or you would sign in if it's a returning member. That would take you to the one right next to it being the home screen, where on the top two it has the chats and the leaderboard. And then below that is the tasks feature, where you would click one of the drop-down menus to assign a roommate to it. And as you can see, most of them are filled out as of right now. But with the fill fridge one, you would fill in any roommate that is supposed to do that during the week, and then they would take a picture with the camera icon there, where it would take you to the one right to the right of it. You would select and take a photo of the task that you had completed, and upon completion, you would earn some points, which would take you to the leaderboard, which you'll see on the next slide. Also on the home screen is the settings and the profile button. The profile one and the settings one are on most screens on this app, unless it's obviously the one that it's supposed to go to, whether it's the settings or the profile one. The profile one you can see on the very right, where it has all of your information that you would fill out to be the roommate, whether who your roommates are. You'll be able to edit those in case this changed throughout time. You also have the About Me section, which upon clicking edit would take you to the settings where you could change any of that. There's also the interest page where you can put any possible interest so you can match up with any possible roommates. There's all of those options there, and upon hitting the see more or add more option, there's the ability to add a multitude of options, which you could see on our prototype, which we can show at the end. There's also more task completions on the next screen, where we show the pay the bill option, where, as I mentioned on the sketch ideation, there was the screen that got split into two, being the pay a bill option and then the way to take a picture. So there's a bunch of different suggestions there, being electric, gas, rent, heating, water, etc. You could also type into the search bar there the type of bill that you would like to pay, and in case the one that you're trying to pay does not show up in the suggested bill types. And then you would select that option, and then you would take a picture of it, and then submit it there, and then you would earn points as well for those, and those are the bigger ones because those ones require the most work to do. Once you earn the points, you would be taken to the leaderboard page that you can see on the far right. Earning points comes from doing more difficult tasks. Obviously, paying bills is on the top of that list there. Filling fridge, cleaning the bathroom, mowing the lawn, doing stuff that is a weekly task that just needs to get done. And you can make it into some sort of competition. As you can see on the top, the person on the first, second, and third. If you have more than 3 roommates, obviously they would be down towards the bottom. You also have the settings page where you can put any banking information or payment options so that when you do pay a bill, it would be taken out of or be put into any of those accounts there. You also can use stuff like PayPal, Zelle, and Venmo to send your roommates money. You can also use those to pay for bills, even though that usually be taken out of your banks, but you can do that as well. There's also the account there where from the profile page that we saw on the last one, you would be taken there where you can edit any and all information, being your contact info, your job, your school, your hometown, etc. So this is what our screens would look like on a phone, or what they would look like on modern iPhone screens. You would see them with the little top cut off, but because we don't have many phones today with the home screen on the bottom, or the home button on the bottom, it's this full screen design. And you can see what a bunch of them would look like with that sort of glossy glass finish. And then this was a QR code for our prototype where you can test out our app and see all of its features. You can test out how taking photos of tasks would work and taking photos of bills. And I hope you enjoyed. Let us know if you have any feedback, and we've been RoomMeet.